So you're probably wondering why the video said living with the cows. Um, while we were building our house, living in the camper, we had about 10 acres on that side to where the camper was, and it was just a big pasture. So halfway through, probably 6 months in, we decided the best thing to do while building the house is start your farm. So we had some cows. We ended up getting four cows, four mama cows that were pregnant, and we put the camper in the middle of the cow field, and we started building fences around our camper to keep them out of the camper. And we had a small herd, and they were about to have their baby. So within a month or so, we had four mama cows and four babies, and they lived right outside the camper from us. So in the mornings, you'd wake up to the sound of the cows, just probably 15 feet away, banging on the gates or something when you come out there and feed them. But that was part of the adventure. Glad we did it. It was a lot of work to be trying to build the house and feeding the cows and stuff. But it was a good adventure. The kids enjoyed it. Learned a lot of life lessons there. So we're excited about that. But that's where we got the thought for the video, living with the cows, because we did. We've posted a few videos now, but talking with some friends, they suggested we did an intro video to kind of tell our story, what we've been doing the last, I guess it's been almost 4 years now, and how we ended up trying to put this YouTube channel together. So we're a family of four. We live in East Tennessee, and back in summer of 2020, we decided that we were going to sell our house and try to build. Obviously, summer of 2020 was kind of wild in the real estate, so houses were selling fast, not as fast as they got in the months after that, but land was going fast. So we ended up finding some land on the Tennessee River, Chickamauga Lake, and that was a huge plus. I had lived on the lake as a teenager. We lived on the lake, and I absolutely loved it. So I really wanted to be back on the lake, but didn't think it was possible. But we ended up finding some property that we got a pretty good deal on, and so we put the house on the market and found a buyer pretty quick. There were some challenges there. We had some deals fall through, and it was kind of a hectic time, but we ended up finding buyers. And the only problem we had was they had sold their house, so they were on a timeline. And so we had lived in that house probably 10 years, and so we had accumulated a lot of stuff, and they said we had 4 weeks to get out. So we agreed, and we didn't have anywhere to go. We didn't know what we were going to do. Along with the real estate house sales at that time in 2020, rentals, we live in a small town, houses for rent were scarce, storage buildings were scarce, apartments, everything we thought was going to be an easy part of this process ended up being tricky. So the timer started ticking on that 4 weeks, and we had found the property. So we worked out a deal with the gentleman we had purchased the property from to go ahead and let us start getting the property ready, and we were going to buy a camper and put the camper on the property and live in the camper on site while we built our house. So he agreed to that plan, but we didn't have it ready. By the time the 4 weeks had came and went, we spent most all of our time boxing the house up and getting ready to move, so we didn't have a lot of time for running water lines and getting things ready on the property. So our plan B was to have the camper delivered to the local campground. So we had the camper brought there, and that was a big relief. So we moved in probably October of 2020, and now it's August 2024. So back in October 2020, we moved family of 4 into probably a 30-foot camper. So we're not campers. We never had a camper. We didn't know what we were in for, but we thought we could make it work. So we moved this family of 4 into this camper on this campground, and then in that time, we started focusing on clearing off some of the property. It had been overgrown a little, but we kind of cleared the driveway, got a water line ran, electric ran, and we stayed at the campground for 3 months, I believe. October, November, December. So January we moved. 2021 we pulled the camper over to over to our property and set it up to stay there. So we got that in January. We started the ball rolling with the building process. We were self contracted this, so we didn't have a builder, and this was our first build, so we were still learning a lot while living in a camper, and so that was an adventure. But finally got the ball rolling on, I think they broke ground probably around March. Took a while to get things going with the way the world was going, and the house builds were really firing off then. So anytime you found somebody that could do your dirt work or your block work, they were already doing a couple jobs. So I think around March we ended up breaking ground, and so that was probably a two-year, let's say 21, 22, probably the end of 22, end of 23. I think we finished the house. So it was a long time in the camper, a lot longer than we thought. We thought we would be in the camper for a year and we could handle it, but we probably went 2.5 maybe over there, and that was a long time for a family of 4 in a little camper. But it's kind of where we're at now. We finished the house enough to get our certificate of occupancy. Then as soon as we got that, we went back and started doing other projects on the house, because we just wanted to get to a point where we could move into the house. So in our closets, we just left those empty. So our pantries and anywhere where you'd have shelves and stuff, we didn't need that for our certificate of occupancy. So our master bed closet, our girls' closets were just empty. So we got our certificate of occupancy. We signed all the paperwork and started moving in. At the same time, we were trying to finish up putting the shelves and the rods and stuff into the closets. So that was an adventure too. It would have been nice if we were living somewhere else in a house. If we were renting, we probably would have finished a whole lot of stuff before we moved in, but it just didn't work out. We were so sick of being in the camper for that long. We wanted to get up here, so we started moving stuff in and trying to do projects. So we were kind of getting in our own way. But like I said, we self-contract. We did as much work as we could. Obviously, like, we didn't do the framing, we didn't do the roofing, but we did trim, we did paint, we hung doors, anything we could do. And we're not experts. We watch a lot of YouTube videos and get a lot of experience, learning a lot of knowledge from YouTube. But we've done a whole lot of projects. So we thought every time we were doing all these projects, people would suggest, why don't you do a YouTube channel? You could have, documented this. We did a lot of pictures. We didn't do a ton of video. It was just hard for us to in the heat of the moment of all the projects we had going on to get the house done, to stop and say, oh, let's set up a camera or let's video. So usually we would work the day and then we'd take a bunch of pictures at the end of the day to kind of document the process. So we have tons of pictures, not a ton of video, but we thought we'd start now and just go back through all these videos and pictures and put something together and hopefully, help somebody. We have a Instagram page and a Facebook page, and it's called OurTennesseefarm, and we post a lot of pictures on there, and people send a lot of questions, and we always try to answer, what color paint we did or what stain or anything like that. But we thought we would just try to gather all these up and try to make some videos and actually talk through. So hopefully in these videos we'll have a lot of pictures from back then when we were doing the project, plus the finished product, and then kind of talk through what we did or what we were thinking to do the project. But hope you guys follow along. Like I said in an earlier video we don't know what we're doing. We're not tech savvy, so this YouTube and these videos are all new to us. We have a teenage daughter that's going to help us with all of our editing, so just bear with us. I hope you guys subscribe, like this video, share this video, and we'll grow the channel and we'll just make more videos, and hopefully they'll be useful. We were looking around last week at just all the projects we did on this house, and there's so many projects. We tried to do some custom stuff. We found some old barn wood that we've put in the house, and we've just used some different techniques that we think are pretty unique, and so we can share those. But hope you guys follow along. There'll be more videos coming. We're going to try to keep making these videos. Again, it's hard for somebody that's not used to speaking to my iPhone is what I'm recording this on. So just bear with us, and hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said, subscribe, like. I always hear people saying that on their videos, so it's me saying it now. So please do. Please share this, or send us messages. If you see something you have a question about in the videos, like I said, we did 2 videos before this. There was a walkthrough video, kind of at a probably halfway point, maybe a little more than halfway finish on the house, and we did one where we were probably 90% complete. That's on the page too, so you can check it out and see if anything catches your eye, if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.